So, what now?
What did Ceridian say when we first met her?
Once we'd weakened the Nightmare's influence, we could use the Void to enter its lair.
Deborah's grip on the settlers has diminished. We'll return to Ceridian's island. From there, the Void Breach will take us back to New Eden Town.
Just like that, eh?
Well, yes, just like that. Something bothering you?
But aren't we rushing things a little?
We've lost too much time already. We have a nightmare to confront, remember? Sometimes I hate the world. Another free woman, bright, sensitive, kind, murdered by a craven rabble too weak to face its own mediocrity. Cowards hiding behind fake virtue, and for what? They won't even say her name. Why? Why her?
You said it yourself. Deborah was a victim of their fear.
That's not enough. Her murder was another throw of a dice. Why is it always us who have to pay with our lives?
Aye. You did. And I regret my failure to my dying day and after it too.
I was not speaking of our situation. When I left Cuba, anything could have befallen me. I was bright, free, talented. Though I had the wrong tongue, the wrong sex, the wrong skin. I defied life. I expected so much more from the world. I was arrogant. Arrogant to believe I needed no one. To shut out my mother and experience curandera and listen instead to my sister.
Your childhood friend. What happened?
I had little and wanted more. A dangerous thing when you have our type of talent. Anything could have befallen me, but it didn't.
This has been hard for you. For me too. Perhaps we should think of how far we've come together and take heart.
I am dead, Rory. I am dead, and sooner will be gone for good.
You think I don't know this?
So act like it.
I'm not the enemy here. Look, all this, it's a lot to endure. We're both exhausted. I know I am.
I cannot tire.
I know. I know how hard it's been for you.
You have no idea. None at all.
I'll do my best to understand, if you'll let me. We should have faith. Look at us. We'll get to where we're going.
Shut up, Red. Shut up. This isn't about what we have conquered or what we have achieved or how far we have journeyed. Look at us. Look at me. I loathe what I've become. Can't you see that?
I was trying to help. I'm sorry.
Stop apologizing. Good night.
Antea. I would have gone with you. Not funny. I have to walk to the stupid bloody island. Antea? Please tell me you're here.
There you are. Ready to go?
I just got here. Can we talk? Why did you leave me alone?
You were not alone. Can we go now?
How come it's not working?
Let's ask Seeker. This all has to end, and I'd rather it was sooner than later.
Aye. Here's hoping.
There's a spectral web here, but it's new. It's stronger, but I think I can do it.
Oh, easy there.
This'll only take a moment. See?
Aye. Well, throwing my weapons through your will is a little unsettling. The spell isn't working. I think she's gone.
These stains block the way through, like a thick web. After you, dear.
Gonna get enough of my backside, can you?
No time to lose. Strange how I barely knew Ceridian, yet feel like I've lost someone deeply important.
Where are you? You wee witch. How can she find anything in this mess?
Is that really what's important right now?
She draws well. Manual on how to hide from men.
Wish I had one.
Why is there a letter from Deborah Comenius here?
And who's Grace? No way back to New Eden Town, and no Seeker either. Our only clue points to Kate Newsmith. Maybe she knows this Grace, and where to find her. Shall we dance then?
Aye. Always.
They're feeding off their own rage. If the spirit chases were working, we wouldn't have specters. I'd stay to figure it out, but we need to see Kate.
여기 맞나? 순간 이동해야 되는데. 여기인데 잘못 왔네. 빠른 이동.
Backed by the Banishers, Helen Priest dethroned Captain Pennington. Dark truths were unearthed. Some secrets remain buried. The survivors must now set aside old sins and build themselves lives worth living. But can Helen Priest lead them into the future, chained as she is to her past?
업그레이드 할 게 있는 봅시다. 아 이거
Can you feel the tension? Folk here are wound tight.
What are you doing here? I don't believe it. You're back. Why?
Good day to you too, Thick-Skin. How do things stand since last I saw you?
Would it please you to hear all is well and you are the author of it? Well, all is not well, and yes, you are the author of it. Kate is gone.
Where? Why?
We had an argument. Harsh words were spoken. She left for the woods. I would have you bring her back. I don't have time to go chasing after her.
What makes you think I do?
You will do me this favour. After all, the situation is at least in part your fault.
Surely she'll cool off and come round. Then you can talk things out.
What's there to talk about? Just bring her back. We've work to do.
Perfect. One sister won't stay and talk, the other won't sit and listen.
She's probably gone to the hunting lodge she likes to spend time in, near the road to Boston. Find her, bring her to her senses, then send her back here. Send her home.
Do you know anything about Kate and a certain Grace?
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Why'd you ask?
I found a letter, an old one, addressed to Grace, but mentioning Kate. It'd help to know who she is.
I can't help you, and if I could help you, I wouldn't. After all that has happened, Kate's tale is hers to tell, and hers alone.
But you admit you knew her Grace. I'm guessing she's from New Eden.
Ask Kate, for I'll say naught.
All right then. One last question. Does the name Seeker mean anything to you?
Seeker, you say? Now this I can answer. I've never heard that name in my whole life.
What's the word around camp?
Word on what?
How goes the situation here?
After you travelled on, things here soured. Kate was much troubled, like I've never seen her. Days passed in silence. When at last she spoke, her fury shocked us all. And then she left. Just upped and walked out.
I wish to be of service. Who in the camp needs helping?
I don't bloody know, do I? I'm still clearing up Kate's mess. Everyone needs help, I shouldn't wonder.
Well then, I'll be leaving. Will Kate even listen to me?
Let's talk to her and find out. Haunted house.
Shall we?
너무 지나왔네. 뒤로.
a monster!
Oof. Hell's balls, lady.
Oh, Mr. McGrath! You are a monster. Thank God! I mean, I'm so sorry. Oh, Lord. Well, I have thoroughly embarrassed myself. Forgive me, if you can.
Think nothing of it. How do you know my name?
Who doesn't? You slayed the beast, by God's grace. I admit I thought you a charlatan. I told the newsmiths they get nothing for their money. Mistress Evelyn Fitcher, by the way. I'm what passes around here for a physician.
Red McCraith, Banisher of Ghosts and Slayer of the Terrible Beast. How may I help you?
I need no help. I just scared myself. These days, I'm afraid of my own shadow. I was gathering plants in the woods. I thought I was attacked by a ghost. Isn't that ridiculous? She's haunted, clear as day.
No, it's not ridiculous, no. If you're haunted, I might be able to help you.
I'm not haunted. I just took fright is all. But if you really want to help, when I ran, I dropped my bag. It has my medical equipment and supplies. Could you get it for me?
Medical supplies are valuable. A shame to lose them. I'll see what I can do.
May God's goodness go with you, if you're serious. I still can't tell if you're a serious man. You're such a good man.
Banisher, rebel, finder of lost baggage.
And Beetlehead. You forgot Beetlehead.
I think I used to count my wolf kills on one hand.
Here in the crevice, Evelyn Fitcher's lost bag.
How did she manage to drop it down there?
반대쪽으로 어떻게 가지? 일단 여기 여기 돌아가야겠네. 이쪽으로 돌아서.
I feel a draft.
From the invisible.
Impressive. Enough!
Like falling off a log after being startled by a wisp in Akashus.
Never gonna let me live that one down, are you? Stay put. Kate, where is she? No dust. Oh, whoever was here took all the guns.
You'll have to make do with what you've got.
It's more serious than thick-skinned knew.
Maybe there's still time, if we make for the bridge to Boston. I feel the dark curse or spell we found already.
We should find that ritual Seeker told us about. I've kept her notes about the hut location.
잘못 왔나? 이쪽으로 가야 되는데. 여기서 이제 이쪽으로 가야 돼.
I maim the corrupted heart. You aim at its roots.
세 군데인가? 세 군. 이쪽이야.
All this teamwork.
A camp. Recent. Kate's, maybe.
Wolf pack. No blood, though.
She did drop her notebook.
She writes really well. There's emotion in every word. I'm jealous. Writing's good when you struggle to express your feelings.
Red McWraith, you express altogether too many feelings already.
Aye, but you like that about me. Right, let's find Kate and get her talking. Did she leave without supplies?
If she did, she can't have gone far. She's here.
I'll find a way. Sooner or later, I'll be out of here. Damn bridge, damn forest. Banisher? How did you find me?
Thickskin said I might find you here when she sent me looking.
Oh, I don't want to hear it.
I'm trying to track someone down, and I was hoping you could help me.
I doubt I'll be much use, but I'll help you if I can.
So, I found your name in an old letter. It was addressed to someone by the name of Grace. It was written by Deborah Comenius.
You're tenacious. I'll give you that. But must you push so?
Deborah wrote of a cabin in the woods. Could this Grace person have found it?
I don't know. It was all a very long time ago. I had forgotten her.
Did Grace ask you for help?
No. Grace Pennington vanished. No one ever saw her again.
Grace Pennington? As in Captain Saul Pennington?
What happened to Grace?
I don't know that either. There had been strife with her father. Then she was gone. And the captain spoke of her no more.
Deborah wrote the letter in February 1688. When did Grace disappear?
Months later, Pennington accused Deborah of being a witch. In my recollection, that moment overshadows all others.
Could Grace have survived alone out here in the woods?
Possibly. But could she remain unseen? No. All thought she'd left New Eden. Gone west, perhaps into the wilds.
Does the name Seeker mean anything to you?
It sounds less a name than a calling, but neither mean anything to me. We done.
One more question. Did the schoolteacher keep a cabin in the woods?
Deborah spent much time walking the woods, trying to understand New Eden, she said. Now that you mention it, I remember a snowstorm. She spent 3 days in a hut not far from here. Southeast, across the drawbridge, along the path towards the mine. If it's still there.
I found your journal, Kate. Stop lying to yourself.
How dare you?
I dare, because you care. Come on, say it. Get it out.
I'm afraid to.
It'll be all right. I promise.
I don't want to care. I don't want to care for them. I don't want to care for Thickskin.
Aye, but you do. And you can. As long as you care for yourself, first of all, so... What's it to be?
I'll go. When I'm ready, I'll return. But she will step down. Further, and you may tell her this, I do not care to keep her secret. Not no more.
All right. I'll tell her it. All of it.
Why won't you leave me alone?
We've not spoken of the beast, you and I. What's your feeling about that day?
The beast. Terror. You? A sick fascination. In service of the dead, you chisel old sins from the hearts of the living.
To help the living, we must know who haunts them. To help the dead, we must know why.
There's no help for the dead. Those poor souls. My sister did for them. May she soon join them.
The beast is tied into the nightmare. I must know how.
I know nothing of this.
You fled the nightmare in New Eden Town. The same nightmare killed the woman I love. You must know something.
I am sorry for your loss. Truly. I believe what you say and I'd help you readily. But I know nothing of the nightmare. I'm a simple woman. I have failings. I lacked courage when I needed it. But that is my only crime.
Deborah was part of the beast. She came for you.
Please, don't.
I'm sorry to insist. I need answers.
No, I won't speak of her.
Perhaps now is not the time.
So, what news?
I'm short of news.
What's your plan?
When I'm ready, I'll return to camp.
Will you leave soon?
Don't push me.
Young Kate Newsmith, all grown up.
I'm sure she'll do just fine.
Who will do just fine?
You will, Kate Newsmith. You will do just fine. No news from camp?
I pay no mind. But I hear Jacob Lind has returned from the wild.
Surprised?
Hearing him amongst people surprises me. Hearing he thinks he's a wolf surprises me less.
Goodbye, Kate. And be careful.
Just our luck that when we need Seeker the most, she disappears.
I still don't understand why the ritual failed.
Let's just find the hut.
Have you found her?
Did Thickskin merit her second chance? We're about to find out.
Kate is safe. She's agreed to come back to the camp. On one condition. You must cede your post.
So that's what it'll take.
Will you do it? Will you keep your promise?
Do you think me a liar?
I've no stake in it. I'm curious, is all.
Curious is one word for it. Prying is a better one. You're a nosy Scots bastard, McWraith, and that's trouble. But all the same, I'll thank you for my sister's safe return.
What's your plan now, if you have one?
I'll pack me things, go into the wild, alone. Better that way, for me, for everyone.
Alone?
Aye, I'm better alone. I survive, Banisher. That's what I do. I survive.
What's the word around camp?
Word on what?
How goes the situation here?
After you travelled on, things here soured. Kate was much troubled, like I've never seen her. Days passed in silence. When at last she spoke, her fury shocked us all. And then she left. Just upped and walked out.
아까 좀 했던 얘기 같은데.
Goodbye, thick-skin.
일단 여기까지.